Awareness Month, and it's happening in our communities. It could be happening in our homes, but we're going to recognize just some of the signs and what could be going on with our children. You say, hey, Chloe, what are you talking about? This is associated and affected by mental health as well. Black adults living with a mental health condition, that's 18.6%. And our population is up to about 13%. Pastor Karen Gale of Pearl Center for Hope Incorporated is on the show. She's a child survivor of human trafficking, and she's definitely an advocate. What's going on?
Thank you so much, Chloe. Good morning. Thank you for having me. Yeah, those are some frightening statistics. But what is even more frightening is that I was looking at the other day an article from 2016 from the National Survey of Children's Health that found that 24% of children nationwide have experienced at least one or more adversity in childhood. And this study also said that 22% of children in Virginia had experienced one adverse experience. And according to this ACE test, which is Adverse Childhood Experiences Test, that they linked, a couple of doctors linked a couple of years ago, and they were using this for patients that were obese. So when they started questioning all of these participants, over 300, they found out that a lot of them had experienced sexual assault as a child. And what this study has found is that if you it's a 10-part question, and if you have 4 or more check boxes on this test, it actually has proven that that you can take off 20 years of your life expectancy.
Really?
Yeah, it's powerful.
And I know we were going over some of the questions prior to starting the show, and you're going to do this presentation at MLK Community Day that's coming up on January 21st, noon until 3, at the Trinity Family Life Center. And I started the test, and I just immediately stopped.
Yeah, it's powerful.
But once everybody take this 10-question test, and it's a yes or no answer, so it's not explained, you have anything to write down, and then we're going to say, we need to talk.
We need to talk.
We have some challenges in our community.
Mental health definitely needs to be dealt with in the Black community because it's still a stigma. But we can't move forward if we're incarcerating diseases.
Wow.
Can't do that. It's not going to help. We have to
self-medicating the diseases also.
You know, I tell a lot of people I come in contact with, you would treat your foot if your foot showed signs that it had some disease in it. Why not treat the mind? You have to treat the brain just like you would treat any other part of your body. And so sad to say, in the Black communities, we have not discussed mental illness. It's amazing that so many health challenges that we're dealing with today, manifesting itself in the body, is coming from chemical imbalances that are in the brain.
Chemical imbalance.
And it doesn't have to always be treated with a pill. That's another thing we got to deal with in our communities. But if you can get a person feeling better, then their outlook is better. In one of these studies that we were looking at, it looked at the parts of the brain like the prefrontal cortex, the edema, and the hippocampus, and it was saying that when you have experienced a lot of trauma as a child, that your brain doesn't make the connections literally that it needs to make so that you can make healthy decisions. So not only are we saying
talking good up here, you can expose everything because we have more people joining us on the show.
Yeah, it's powerful.
Look, this is Pastor Karen Gale of Pearl Center for Hope Incorporated. She is a sexual abuse and human trafficking advocate. She is on the road campaigning for our children. She's taking care of our kids, pulling them up from all over the place, and she's going to tell her story about her victimization of being human trafficked.
Exactly.
At MLK Community Day. So how do my listeners get in touch with you if they want to now?
You know, you can go to my website, which is www.pearlsforhope.com. You can hit me up from there on all major platforms. I'm on Facebook, on pearlsforhope.com. I'm on Pearls for Hope. We're on Pearls Gives Hope. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me anywhere. So if you go to my website, it'll take you everywhere that you need to be. You can click on more, and you can hit Karen Gale. You can read my story there. And what I want to end with, I have a T-shirt on today that says, "You are more than what you've survived."
That's how we're going to sum it up. Karen Gale, thank you. See you at MLK Community
Day. And we're giving out the test at MLK Day. Meet me there.